Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving deep into one of the most confusing and painful parts of a relationship with a narcissist, the discard phase. You have probably experienced yourself the sudden coldness, the silent treatment, and the feeling that everything you did was never enough. But what's really happening in their mind during these phases? Why do they push everyone away? Why does it feel so personal? By the end of this video, you will understand the narcissist thought patterns, motivations, and strategies, and more importantly, how to protect your own mind and your heart. So let's start by understanding the foundation. Inside the narcissist's mind during the discard, there is no clarity, there is no peace, and no genuine closure. What looks like confidence from the outside is actually a frantic attempt to escape something unbearable on the inside. The discard is not a moment of strength for the narcissist, it is a moment of psychological emergency. To understand this, you have to stop viewing the narcissist as someone who is simply cruel or heartless. That description is too shallow for the narcissist. What you are dealing with is someone, or is a person whose entire identity is built on avoiding shame. Shame is the most intolerable emotion for a narcissist. It feels annihilation, it feels like psychological death. Everything they do, especially during the discard, is designed to run from that feeling. When a narcissist begins to discard you, it is because something inside them has been triggered. It might not be something dramatic, it might be subtle. You might have set a boundary, you might have stopped reacting the way you used to, you might have grown emotionally, you might have become tired, or you might have simply stopped reassurance or providing the same level of admiration and emotional labor. Inside the narcissist's mind, this is not interpreted as a normal shift in a relationship, it is interpreted as a danger. Their internal dialogue does not sound like reason, it sounds like distortion, it sounds like justification, it sounds like blame. They begin to rewrite the narrative of who you are. The person they once idolized must now be devalued. This is not optional for them, it is psychological self-defense. They begin telling themselves that you are the problem, that you are ungrateful, that you are difficult, you are selfish, that you are weak, you are too emotional, you have changed, and you are no longer who you used to be. What they are really saying is this: I can feel my control slipping away, and that terrifies me. During the discard phase, the narcissist is split internally. One part of them still needs you, the other part resents you for having that power. That internal conflict creates tension, and the only way they know how to resolve tension is through domination or detachment. So they detach. But detachment for a narcissist does not mean peace, it means numbing down, it means cutting off empathy, it means emotionally amputating the part of themselves that once bonded with you. This is why the shift feels so sudden and so brutal. One day they are warm, the next day they are cold. One day they care, the next day they are distant or cruel. Inside their mind, they are telling themselves that this emotional shutdown is a strength, that indifference means power, that if they stop caring first, they cannot be abandoned. The discard is often preceded by silent resentment. The narcissist replays moments in their mind where they felt criticized, ignored, or inferior. These moments grow larger over time. They become exaggerated, distorted, and weaponized. They stop seeing you as a full human being. You become a symbol, a threat, a reminder of their inadequacy. At this point, empathy is gone. Empathy is gone, not because they never had any, but because empathy requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels dangerous. Caring would mean feeling, feeling would mean exposure, exposure would mean shame. So they choose, sorry, let me say this again. So they choose emotional distance. During the discard, the narcissist might appear calm, detached, or even relieved. Do not mistake this for closure. Internally, they are in a survival mode. They are in survival mode. Their nervous system is activated. Their ego is working overtime to protect them from collapsing. They might justify their behavior by telling themselves that you deserved it, that you pushed them into this point, that you are toxic, that you are abusive, that you are the narcissist. Projection is not a tactic here, it is a reflex. Anything they cannot tolerate about themselves must be placed onto you. This is why accusations during the discard are so confusing. They accuse you of doing exactly the same thing they are doing. Coldness, manipulation, selfishness, lack of empathy, control. Inside their mind, this projection creates temporary relief. If you are the villain, they are safe. If you are the problem, they don't have to look themselves. The discard is also about regaining power. The narcissist feels powerful when they control the emotional climate, when they withdraw affection, attention, and communication. They are watching, they are observing your reaction, your pain reassures them, your confusion reassures them, your attempt to fix things reassures them. It tells them that they still matter. Even cruelty during the discard serves a purpose. Harsh words, indifference, sudden abandonment. These behaviors reinforce the narcissist's sense of domination. They feel in control when you are destabilized. This is why explanations are rare. Closure is rare. Conversations feel circular or non-existent. Explaining would require accountability, and accountability threatens the narcissist's fragile self-image. Inside their mind, they are not thinking about your healing, they are thinking about escape. Escape from discomfort, escape from responsibility, escape from self-reflection. Another layer of the discard phase is stimulation. Chaos creates stimulation. Emotional reaction creates stimulation. Narcissists are often emotionally unregulated. They feel empty when nothing is happening. The discard creates intensity, and intensity distracts them from emptiness. Some narcissists feel a sense of excitement during the discard, a rush, a feeling of being desired, chased, or even feared. This is not happiness, it is emotional regulation through drama. This is also why the discard often is incomplete. They live emotionally, but they don't fully disappear. They might monitor your social media, ask you through others or your friends, send mixed signals, leave doors open. Inside their mind, they are calculated, not consciously in a strategic way, but instinctively. They want to know if they can still, if they still have access to you, if they are still available, if they still matter. This is where the hoovering comes in. After the discard, when the narcissist's new supply of validation fails, or when loneliness sets in, or when their sense of superiority fades away, they may return, not because they have reflected, not because they understand your pain, but because their internal emptiness has returned. When they come back, they often rewrite history again. They might minimize the discard, deny it, blame stress, blame misunderstanding, even blame you. Inside their mind, the past is flexible. Truth is whatever protects their ego in the moment. One of the most dangerous thoughts the discard faces during the discard is when the narcissist tells themselves, I have changed. This thought uh, is something to them. It removes responsibility, it creates some moral permission, it allows them to feel evolved without doing the work. They might adapt therapeutic language, speak softly, appear reflective, but this is often mimicry, not integration. Insight without accountability is performance. Inside their mind, real change would require sustained self-examination, humility, and the willingness to feel shame without collapsing. Most narcissists are not equipped for that. For the person being discarded, the pain is profound because the shift feels unreal. Your nervous system is still bonded. Your mind is still searching for logic. You replay conversations trying to understand what went wrong. But the truth is this: that this card is not a verdict on your worth or your value. It is a symptom. It's a symptom of their internal instability. You did not fail. You did not imagine the connection. You did not ask for too much. You simply become a human being in the presence of someone who cannot tolerate a human complexity. Understanding the narcissist mind during the discard is not about excusing them, it's about freeing yourself from self-blame. When you stop personalizing the discard, you regain power. The most important thing to understand is this: the narcissist is not discarding you because you are replaceable. They are discarding you because intimacy exposed them, and exposure feels like danger. Healing begins when you stop trying to be understood by someone who avoids understanding themselves. Silence is not weakness, detachment is not coldness, boundaries are not punishment. When you step out of the narcissist's emotional gravity, their internal chaos no longer defines your reality. The discard might feel like the end, but psychologically, it is often the beginning of clarity. You are not broken. You were not. You were entangled with someone who could not face themselves, and walking away from that is not a loss. It is a liberation. And thank you for being here. Until next time, stay safe and take care. Bye bye.